Hi, the SI meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Monday, August 22nd. Very nice weather has moved into the mid-Atlantic region following heavy rain on Sunday that was caused by a strong cold frontal system. That front has swept off the East Coast, swept away the clouds and the rain with it. Philadelphia International Airport is just shy of the all-time record for monthly rainfall. Now has 13 inches of rain at the airport. The all-time record is just a little bit higher, about 13.05 inches from September of 1999. The most amazing thing about the 13 inches that has fallen in Philadelphia is that there has been zero contribution from tropical systems. September of 1999, the all-time record for monthly rainfall here in Philadelphia, was largely due to the remains of Hurricane Floyd. However, no tropical system has added to the totals yet for August here in Philadelphia. However, that could change this weekend. All attention now is shifting to Hurricane Irene. Late last week we talked about a wave in the central Atlantic that had some potential to reach the southeast U.S. coast by late this week. That wave now has become first tropical storm Irene, and overnight it became a hurricane, Hurricane Irene, with 75-mile-per-hour winds. Here's the latest visible satellite image right here, just north of Puerto Rico, and it's moving in a general west to northwest direction. It'll likely track just to the north of Hispaniola, which is an important thing in terms of maintaining its strength, because there are some mountains throughout Haiti and Dominican Republic that tend to weaken hurricanes. The fact that this now looks like it'll track just to the north of this island will continue to maintain its strength, and in fact there are some signs, we'll take a look in a moment, that this hurricane will strengthen and perhaps become a major hurricane. That's a Category 3 by the time it reaches the Bahamas or just to the east of Florida. Now, a couple of things that we look at to determine whether or not a tropical system will continue to maintain strength or in fact develop even stronger winds and lower pressure is what's going on in the atmosphere surrounding the storm. Is there lower level convergence and upper level divergence? Those are two things we like to look at, and these particular next couple of charts here are from the Wisconsin SSEC website. That's available. You can link to the Wisconsin website right on our own website. Here is the hurricane right here. Again, we're just to the north of Puerto Rico, and this is showing upper level divergence, and in fact there's a bullseye right on top of this particular hurricane right now showing some upper level divergence. Winds are blowing out at the top of the atmosphere at the top of this hurricane, and that is conducive to further development. In addition to upper level divergence, one has to look at lower level convergence where winds are blowing in at the lower part of the hurricane, and let's take a look at that. Here's a map from the same Wisconsin website showing the lower level convergence, and this is a bullseye right near the center of the hurricane. So in other words, the atmosphere right now looks like it's conducive to maintaining the strength of this hurricane. In fact, all likelihood it'll continue to develop and perhaps reach major hurricane status by the time it crosses the Bahamas and comes awfully close to the east coast of Florida. Here's the latest projected path from the National Hurricane Center at NOAA. Again, they have kind of a cone here with the center of the cone showing a path just to the east of the east coast of Florida, and then perhaps making landfall right around the Georgia, northeast Florida coastal region. It's obviously a little bit too early to say, but the potential is certainly there for this particular hurricane to ride right up the east coast once it makes landfall down in the southeastern part of the U.S. If that track does occur, there potentially could be heavy rain right here in the mid-Atlantic region from Washington all the way up to New York City in the late Saturday night, Sunday time frame, perhaps as late as Monday. We'll have to see. The storm is still more than 1,500 miles away, but the potential does exist for this hurricane to ride right up the east coast later this weekend. Well, obviously, we'll monitor this situation over the next several days. We'll take a quick look at two different computer forecast models for Saturday night. This is the GFS computer forecast model. At this time, it has the hurricane, or the remains of the hurricane anyway, right around the eastern part of Georgia, again with a large area of heavy rain, and it continues to move and starts to curve as it's turning up the east coast. Now, this next model we'll take a look at. This is a European mid-range forecast model, and This has the storm a little bit further east, a little bit farther to the east compared to the GFS model, just around near Cape Hatteras come Saturday evening. Again, it's sending a swath of heavy precipitation right along the east coast. And so there's still some differences, obviously, this far out, and with the storm so far away. The European model has a little bit farther to the east compared to the GFS model, but nonetheless, either model gives us the potential for some heavy rain here in the Mid-Atlantic region later on this weekend from what will be left of Hurricane Irene. So we'll monitor the situation closely over the next several days. That's it for now. I'm the SI meteorologist, Paul Dorian.